Good afternoon, gentlemen. I'm Ollie, it's Make Me That Guy, and the subject of today's video is style for the bald man, or the man facing being bald with the receding hairline, and what you should do. Well, Ollie, you have this luscious plume of blonde hair, I hear you say. What makes you think you can tell us bald guys how to dress or style our hair or lack of hair? Well, my riposte will be, my good man, that I'm an image consultant, and thus I'm helping dudes who have this problem all the time. Right? So first things first is shave it. If you're losing your hair, don't try and hang on to it. No comb overs. Embrace the fact you're losing your hair and shave it off. All right? Slaphead, that's you. Just kidding. Just kidding. Don't want to offend anyone here. All right? But really though, we are now in the age that being bald is not a bad thing. In the past, in the 60s, you had to have long hair. If you had no hair and you went bald at a young age, it was literally social death. However, now we are in the era where being mature, manly and having a tough guy edge is super cool. Let's think of some iconic Hollywood figures at the moment. Vin Diesel, Jason Statham, both bald. Phil out of EastEnders, Phil Mitchell. Who's he? I hear all those people who aren't in the UK saying, well, he's actually a very well-known English hard man on a TV series called EastEnders. Why am I talking about him? He's not even cool. Don't be like Phil Mitchell. What? He does get chicks though, but let's be honest, he's not really going to be an icon for anyone today. So enough of Phil Mitchell, let's move on swiftly, right? So basically these are some tips to help you deal with your baldness and to still look sexy and mimic those Hollywood stars who are, let's be quite honest, sex icons, despite the fact that they have receding hairlines or they're bald. So our first tip, and the reason that I'm wearing a black blazer with black t-shirt, is to wear dark colours, right? Lots of black, right? In general, for guys, you can't go wrong wearing all black combinations, but especially when you have that bald look, right? Or the shaved head, right? It makes you look very manly. Let's think a bit of a tough guy, but a more refined tough guy. A tough guy who owns a Porsche, but also has the power to break your neck, or wine and dine you, or take you on a yacht, or fuck up some other bloke. Who knows? He's that kind of dude. You don't have to do any of those things, but that is the kind of imagery you're giving off with this dark colours, a bit James Bond-esque, right? So the dark colours make you more mysterious, they make you look more high-end. Okay, and that brings us into our next point. So lots of blacks mixed in with a high-end style. Okay, by high-end I mean classic garments. Thus we have this kind of tux blazer I'm wearing. If you can see, it's got the silk finish on the lapel, but it's a classic blazer. I've pulled the sleeves up and I've worn a t-shirt to make it more casual, but it's definitely got a high-end edge to it, as all blazers do. We don't want to be too edgy. Edgy fashion is for the younger guy, it's more sort of out there. High end is more classic, timeless garments, a few examples of which we're going to show you right now. Okay, so the first guy we can see up on screen now is wearing a blazer t-shirt combination just like mine. A blazer is always a good look. Our second pop-up here is again a blazer, but this time we've got a guy with a shirt underneath. I like the way the shirt collar is nice and open, showing a bit of chest off. Again, he looks like the kind of dude who sort of owns a yacht, or could be in the mafia, or is just bald, but he's definitely well dressed. All right, our third look coming up now is a nice fitted suit. Right, if you're going to wear a suit, don't get it off the peg, or if you do get it off the peg, make sure it's really fitted, a nice Italian style. Wear a nice black skinny tie with it. Really cool again there. Definitely good looks for the guy with the receding hairline. Our next one, let's check this out. We've got the trench coat going on here. Trench coat's always very good. These are all these hyper manly, timeless garments we're going for, guys. Right, that is what is going to work. Dark colours, timeless man shit. All right. And then finally, we're going to check out a few pairs of shoes. You want to wear a fitted jean. Don't want to go too skinny. Again, you want a mature look, but definitely a slim leg to skinny jean. And finally, of course, we can't not mention the leather jacket, right? So avoid a more rock and roll leather jacket with all the zips and fastenings, that kind of thing, and go for the leather bomber look. It works really well with the shaved head as it is less edgy, as I keep mentioning, and more classic, timeless. So those were our good ideas now. All right, now we're going to give you a few things to avoid like the plague. All right, avoid this like a man with a knife. Avoid this like, I don't know, something you want to avoid, like a big wasp who's angry because you, moving on. So basically, I've gone on and on about classic timeless garments in dark colours. Right, let's think of the absolute opposite to that, right? We want no pastel colours and bright colours, right? Bright colours are going to make you look like some weird, balding, aging hippie. Pastel colours are going to make you look like a dad. We don't want to be a dad. Well, we can be a dad, but we can be like a sexy dad. The kind of dad who works in, you know, in the music industry. Not the kind of dad who works in a boring office selling paperweights or something like that. I don't know. If you sell paperweights, maybe that's really cool, but there's nothing wrong with paperweights. There's nothing wrong with paper in general, all right? You might work for a paper. That would be cool. If you work for a paper, you're a cool guy. Moving on. All right, so this is not about your occupation. Stop absorbing me like this. I'm trying to... Please, all right. So anyway, right, you get the idea. We don't want pastel colors or bright colors. We don't want lots of logos and branding. We want to avoid the dad look. We want to avoid the soccer dad look, you know? Baseball cap backwards, bum bag, bright ass jumper on. You're going to look like a dad who's going to watch the football with his pals and going for a few beers. That's not sexy. He's already got a woman he doesn't find attractive, all right? But he's got one. Okay, he's a dad. We don't want that. We want a sexy, mature guy. Our last and final tip to make sure you are a sexy bald guy and not one of those dudes who's probably going to come and kill me, I was just talking about just now, is hit the gym. All right, you've got to hit the gym and be in shape, right? Even if you're just slim or you've got the, you know, a tiny bit of physical prowess, it's going to make you look like a mature, sexy guy. Let's think of Jason Statham again. He's a fucking monster. If he wasn't in shape and he wasn't ripped and he wasn't toned and he was fat, he would look literally 10 years older. So we're going to flash up a picture of an out of shape bald guy and an in shape bald guy. Check those guys out. They're the same age. So hit the gym, man, because if you want to be a sexy dad, a sexy mature guy, a sexy bald guy, then your physical prowess has shown that you're not out of shape. You may be going bald, but that doesn't make you old and pathetic. That means you're just so virile that your extra testosterone has burnt your hair off, right? That's the kind of image you want to give off, not the guy who is balding because they're aging, because they're in decline. You're a guy who's so physical they've gone bald. There's so much testosterone bursting around your body, that's why you're balding. All right, it's getting a little bit gay now. Anyway, gentlemen, that was it. That was Bald Man Style. If you're balding or receding, these tips are really going to help you to achieve a very sexy look, which is going to be attractive, keep you feeling young and cool. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I'm Ollie, it's Make Me That Guy. If you are bald or offended, please don't come and find me, right? I talk a good game, but I'm actually a complete pussy. Keep watching, plenty more videos coming. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Check out the website, makemethatguy.com, for more ideas and more information on our services. It's been a pleasure, gentlemen. Next time.